Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Do you need to go get the water?
Okay.
The Darien Gap is considered one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. Covering the border between Central and South America, it's 66 miles of dense jungle inhabited by not only some of the most deadly creatures in the world, but armed guerrilla terrorists, drug traffickers, and bands of coyote guides. This is the ancestral home of the tribe that we've been invited to live with, the Embera people. We set out from our hotel in Panama City and met up with our camera-shy interpreter, Jose. Jose informed us that we'd begin our hike into the jungle without our Embera guides, but that they would eventually join us. Although the village we're visiting is located just north of the Darien Gap, we were hesitant to enter the jungle without them. Despite our hesitation, having come so far at this point, we followed. After a few hours, we stopped to take a break at a beautiful pool at the bottom of a stunning waterfall. We soon noticed a figure at the top of the waterfall. And then another. And then another. As if out of nowhere, our Embera hosts had emerged from the rainforest. It made me wonder if they had been following us and watching us this entire time. We met up with our guide for the trip, and without any greetings, we immediately began walking, unsure if we had meters or miles to hike ahead of us, though our interpreter's lack of a backpack hinted toward the former. After another hour or so, we made it to the boat. It was a traditional hollowed-out log canoe roughly painted a powder blue. Our Embera guide navigated the boat into deeper water with a long pole before our driver could lower the motor. We learned that every member of the tribe has two names, their Embera name and their Spanish name, and that they only use their Embera name with those who speak the Embera language. So, for us, our guide's name was Danielle. We saw a couple of lookouts on the beach announce our arrival, and a band formed to greet us. It was the first of two musical greetings we would receive. In the main meeting area, we were given a tour of the village, and one of the more adorable locals jumped in to join us. We started at the central hub, which serves as a sort of playground, event space, and even animal processing station when hunting is successful. We were led through the school, where some of the kids had displayed their artwork. To the main community kitchen, where they prepared meals for larger functions. And finally to our accommodations, an open-air thatch roof platform with a bamboo floor. The next morning we woke. So this was our bed for the night. They were nice enough to set up a mat on the floor with a mosquito net, and it was pretty comfortable. But before we could leave for breakfast, we found ourselves in a rainstorm. Though it didn't deter the curious village children. We soon learned, however, that what we assumed was curiosity was actually impatience, due to the fact that we were scheduled to go with them on a fishing excursion further up the river once the rain had passed. Although the trip turned out to be more beach playtime than catching our dinner, we had a blast. When we returned to the village, we were invited to take part in a traditional Embera custom, and part of the reason we came here. Jagua. Made from the unripe fruit of the Jagua tree, the ink is drawn on the skin and left there for an hour or so. Once it's washed off, the design stays on the skin for up to 2 weeks. We were told that these tattoos would help the spirits recognize us as part of the community in the shamanic rituals awaiting us that night. Unfortunately, just as my tattoo was being finished, the jungle heat got the better of me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. After lying down for a few minutes and some water and fruit, I was back on my feet and ready for the night's festivities. And our tattoos looked amazing. Before entering the ceremony, Mary and I were taught about the vast pantheon of deities and spirits that embody the plants, animals, and natural phenomena around the Embera people. These spirits are contacted through their village shaman. On the instruction of the shaman, the members of the community perform dances around the fire, and the spirits come to dance among them. As the ceremonies neared an end, Mary and I were led into the circle to join. It was a deeply humbling experience that neither of us will ever forget. We woke the next morning with a mix of excitement and sadness. Today would be the day we would leave the village, but not before being taught the process of taking Jagua from raw fruit to usable ink. And I was thrilled to learn that it would be Danielle who would be my instructor. The first step was to grate the entire fruit down as finely as possible.
Esa cosa es la pinta.
The ink is inside.
Es de la pinta de la...
The jewelry's in the way. I'm gonna see just how hard this is right now.
Se va a manchar todo.
La mano.
La mano. La que sepa.
Ah, bueno. Chris, he said, painting black your hands, okay? He's painting black your hands.
Now he tells me. Man, my pasty white skin doesn't hide anything.
Este es original.
Sí,
Este
real.
es original. Mira, casi tiene...
Yeah, this
Similar
is
color, yeah. It's incredible.
Celtic, Irish, Celtic.
Ah, okay.
That's so much.
Amazing.
Yeah, it didn't seem that there was that much moisture in there. Wow. How much grip strength he has versus me.
Él tiene más fuerza.
Daniel said you were strong. Stronger than him.
No. Not a chance. Ugh. All right, now he's gonna like really get the juice out of there and make me look bad. All right, not bad. I'm feeling okay about myself.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. We got like a third of the bar in there.
No, paint your hair.
I'll get rid of my gray right here.
Ese para el cabello también.
By the time we got back to the dock, my hands had started to turn. And by the time we reached the hotel, my hands, as well as the Jagua, had finished turning a deep blue black. After adding the medium to the Jagua, it lightened to an almost teal gray. But I knew that didn't matter. By the time the paint dried, the oxidation process will have turned it black. The paintings from this experience are infused with not only the Jagua ink we were gifted, but with the time spent with my amazing Embera tattoo artist, the transformative shamanic experience around the fire, and with all of our time spent connecting with these extraordinary people. Because of how little Jagua we collected, I was only able to create one 36 by 48 painting from this experience. That painting is available on my website.